Hello, good morning or good afternoon. I'm Robert Schoenberger, Editor-in-Chief of Industry Week, and welcome to Production Pulse, our bi-weekly live stream where we talk to people in industry about important topics facing the manufacturing world. And today we're talking Manufacturing Day and Manufacturing Month, all of October, where we promote manufacturing careers to young people and try to show them what's available in the production world. Joining me today, I have Lori Messi, who is with the Dublin City Schools in just outside of Columbus, Ohio. And about an hour west of her in Winchester, Ohio, we have the Randolph City, Central School Corporation with Roland Abraham. On the left there, he is the superintendent. In the middle, we have Brent McCormick with Silvertown Mint, which is we'll get into why he's here. And on the right is Jasper McConnell, who is a senior at Winchester and who is also an employee at Falcon Industries. And Falcon is a manufacturing business that operates out of the school district. And Silvertown, which I mentioned, is a customer of theirs. So welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Afternoon.
Well, let's turn it over. I'd like to start over with Randolph and Superintendent Abraham. If you could talk a little bit about the program there, how that started, and what you were trying to accomplish with this manufacturing plant at the school.
Yeah, initially the program started with advanced manufacturing coursework. We then added to that welding coursework. And as those programs grew, we started looking at student-run businesses in other areas of the country. I think Cardinal Manufacturing up in Wisconsin, we actually went there to visit that site and realized that as these kids gained skills, that we could open our own job shop where we literally, people from the community could come in with a project that our kids could do for them and go through the whole business process as well as the manufacturing process of creating that. And then turn around and sell that product back to that person in the community. Well, local industry got a hold of that. A local stamping plant, TOA, we actually manufacture the carts that they use in their stamping process. I've actually got them right beside me here. They're very large, and we actually manufacture those for TOA. And in so that's just one of the local industries. Obviously, Silvertown Mint, we've done things for that industry as well. And so that's a big part of what the kids do in terms of the process. In that process, they get exposure to local industry, which is very exciting. Obviously, we're also doing other things to expose those kids to local industry. They take field trips to local factories, and we're just now really beginning the process of setting up internships for those kids as well in that process.
Well, you mentioned tours of local industries. Let's bring Lori on for that. It's just end of last month and in advance of Manufacturing Day. You took a group of students to the Honda plant in Central Ohio. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together and what you guys experienced there?
Sure. So Dublin, where we're located, is very close to the Honda plant in Marysville. So we're about 20 miles away. So very lucky to have them in our backyard. And so for this particular day, this was actually probably our third tour or event with Honda. Students had an opportunity to think about and look and talk to individuals in different roles in manufacturing. And so Honda's done a really nice job really showcasing what kind of opportunities exist, what kind of pathways exist in advanced manufacturing. Having grown up in Marysville, there's a certain frame of what you think manufacturing is, and you all in industry know that that is changing and it's changing quickly. And our job as educators and connecting with businesses to make sure students know what those opportunities are, what those pathways are, but also how to access them. So Honda does a fabulous job of allowing students to engage with associates. They're seeing what they're doing. You can see here they're interacting, they're having the conversations, they get to go and see that process and where are people putting their skills and their talents. So just really been a great part in kids engaged and seeing what kind of things they can do once they graduate.
Great. Let's go back to Indiana there. And Jasper, you're studying manufacturing. And Just your take on how important was it for you to one, work in a shop like this while you're in school, but also to tour the other facilities to see what's available to young people in that field?
It's pretty important because it allows us to see different job opportunities in the manufacturing position, and we can see and try and figure out what we would like to do in future if we want to pursue manufacturing as a career.
We were talking before we started today. You mentioned you were hoping to pursue something in the aerospace world. What have you had a chance to see any aerospace facilities as part of the program over there?
No, I haven't had a chance to tour any. I've just seen companies on YouTube making aerospace parts for them, and I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of precision stuff, a lot of titanium, a lot of very difficult stuff to do. I've talked to a lot of machinists over the years. Titanium and some of those aerospace parts are really hard to make, but very much in demand right now. So it's a good field to be in. Moving over to you, Brant, over at Silvertown. How do you use the student programs there? What have you guys done with Falcon Industries?
Well, thank you. I'll tell you the relationship, started a few years ago when Mr. Abraham and then Mr. Clausen, one of the instructors here, we were just talking about how to engage our young people to get into manufacturing. And so Mr. Clausen and I developed a good relationship, and I started bringing some intricate coining press parts over to him and said, "Hey, can you and your team here make these types of things?" And they did for us, and they made great, high quality coining press parts for us, and it's been a great relationship ever since. I'll tell you, Randolph Central has hit a home run with trying to encourage and open up different career paths for manufacturing and industry. I've never seen a school system that has new Haas machines, Bridgeports, and teaching some of the really high-skilled industrial type things that my company could use.
Great. And I'm sorry, Roland, you mentioned that a lot of the equipment there, almost all the equipment, has been donated by various industries to really support the educational mission there.
Yeah, we've had a lot of donations. The local county commissioners have helped us when we created a welding lab. There's actually the 3 Haas machines and 2 other machines that are in the room we're sitting in right now, which is the Larry E. Fast Advanced Manufacturing Center.
Wow.
He actually has purchased 3 of those Haas machines and 2 of the manual machines, a Bridgeport and a lathe. So we've got quite a setup here that's a lot of people are probably jealous of. The good news is for that, it's not just for our kids here. We actually have kids coming in from 4 other school corporations that are benefiting from this program as well.
Lori, there in Dublin, you also have some kind of vocational ed programs. You don't, to my knowledge, you don't have like a full manufacturing operation like this. But what are some of the things that you're doing to introduce students to the skills they'll need and the practices that they'll face?
Yeah, thank you for that question, and just love hearing about what Randolph is doing. It's definitely like giving me some thinking of how we can grow. But right now we have in our comprehensive schools, so we have 3 high schools plus what's called an Emerald Campus, which offers 11 career-focused academies. One of those academies is our engineering technologies. And so we've been able to embed some of those skills related to advanced manufacturing. In that course, we've also connected with our local community college, Columbus State, and really worked to align our programming with what they're offering at the 2-year level. And again, that's all in partnership with industry as they share what their needs are and what kind of skills our students need to develop to be successful in that pathway. We also have partnership with the Career Technical District. So students who want to spend more time during their day, there's a RAM Tech component there that students can go to. That Career Tech Planning District serves 15 other schools. So we're lucky to have that. And again, then the partnerships Honda's been a great partner as well as others in coming in, speaking, engaging with our students, but really trying to grow. Again, loved hearing what Randolph is doing there and just thinking of other ways we can include advanced manufacturing courses and coursework into what we already have.
Yeah, we constantly see the reports, either the job reports out of Washington or some of the projections on how big the shortage of workers is going to be in manufacturing. Just going back to Randolph Schools in Winchester, Superintendent Abraham, can you talk a little bit about how big the challenge is right now that you think that the manufacturing is facing, and what the schools can do to address some of that?
Yeah, well, every industry around us is telling us that they're having shortages, and so they're very eager to build relationships with us. So that's been great, and we're developing new ways for us anyway. They're not new entirely, but we're launching a P-TECH program this year. So we've got 12 freshmen this year that work directly with industry partners. So the industry partners come in, they kind of explain an industry challenge that they've had in their local industry. Those kids develop solutions for that challenge and then present them back to the industry partners. We've got 12 kids in that program. We're building a new building to eventually that will be 48 kids. So we'll have 48 kids from our local high school here actually working directly with industry partners starting their freshman year. So they will have interaction that whole 4 years. All of those kids are required to leave here. Our advanced manufacturing program and our welding program is fully integrated into our early college through Ivy Tech, the state's community college. And so those kids will leave here with a certificate in either welding, precision machining, or agriculture, and they'll actually work with industry partners the whole 4 years they're here. So we're excited about that program. It's new to us. It's the next evolution of our precision machining, advanced manufacturing, and welding programs, as well as ag, in terms of connecting those to industry partners. And those kids hopefully will also step into internships either as a junior or a senior in high school. So we're really trying to build those connections with local industry partners, so those kids literally know those people personally.
Great. It's I think of some of the countries in Europe, Germany, especially with its really strong internship and apprenticeship programs. There's a general sense that it's on every industry to really train the next generation, that even if someone leaves the company after they're done with their apprenticeship and goes over to a competitor, that's not considered that much of a problem because everyone's training these young people. It's in everyone's best interest to have the next generation of people ready to handle these jobs. And so programs like this, where you're getting the community and industry support, sounds like a great way of kind of matching that.
Yes.
Great. Well, any last thoughts on what we should be doing as an industry? Any more support we could be giving programs like this? Lori, let's start with you. Just any thoughts on what more manufacturing can be doing to support this next generation?
Yeah, I think the more we can highlight these partnerships, I think, Randolph shared a lot of their great partnerships, and we've certainly benefited from those. But the more we can all operate outside of our silos and work together, the better we're all going to be. And so I think that's been a great shift. And so that would be my one kind of action step to anyone listening, is engage with your local schools. They're eager to partner schools. The students especially are ready to learn in this kind of format. So build those partnerships, get out and engage. I think that will be very helpful to everybody.
We're dealing with a school here at so we will get occasional buzzing and things like that as it's time to change classes. But any last thoughts over there in Winchester, Superintendent?
Well, I think what Lori said is exactly right. And industry is very willing and eager to work with us. One key for us, and especially in building the P-TECH program, and it's had broad implications, is we brought a workplace readiness coordinator on board. So that person is constantly interacting with industry and our programs and making those connections for us. That has exponentially grown the number of questions that we have.
All right. Great. Brant, any last thoughts from the industry partner side?
Yeah, just to build on what Lori and Mr. Abraham have said, and you, of course, I think that in order to generate excitement in young people for industry and manufacturing, we even need to start a little sooner in schools, I think, in pushing that now. And I think we lost our way several years ago, and I think we need to get back into that and start them at a younger age and showing that, hey, you got a really great career path. You can support a family in manufacturing. There's lots of opportunities for you if you choose not to go to college, right? And I think we just need to make sure that we show all kids multiple career paths and encourage the ones in manufacturing at a much younger age and build that excitement.
All right. And finally, Jasper, any thoughts on what's next for you with graduation coming up? I guess about another 6 months here, getting close.
I've planned to try and get a scholarship to go to Lincoln Tech in Indianapolis to go for machining and take welding as a secondary course, and then get a job in machining.
Sounds like a great plan. There are some solid careers ahead for people who follow that path. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you to the audience who's attending out there and listening about this important topic. Appreciate it. Lori Messi from Dublin City Schools and over at Randolph Central School Corporation. Thank you to Roland Abraham, Brant McCormick, and McConnell. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.